Hello there my fellow holotable heroes and welcome to a brand new Conquest video. So here I am in Sector 1 on a mini boss fight. So in this video I will show you my battles I've done for the mini boss and as well final boss. Just give you a couple of different options so you can choose whichever works for you really. So just first kick off the video by looking at the inventory just so you can see what data discs I had equipped for the mini boss battle. So I did pick up Zealous Ambition and Entrench, kind of two very versatile discs that will boost any team really. I'm very happy to see Entrench data disc making a comeback in this Conquest because I think it was missing in previous set of Conquest. So we do have dash lead. Luckily Omicrons work only in GAC, so it won't apply here I would imagine. There's no way to check. In terms of hits, we need to win with Uror surviving and Utini win with at least 3 Jawas in your squad, but they don't have to survive, so even if they're low gear it doesn't really matter if they get taken out as long as you win that battle. That will have Jawas in there. One step ahead, we've got here modifier, scoundrel allies gain extra health, extra speed, immune to buff immunity, and while buffed they take less damage, have 50% counter chance, inflict defense down, oh boy, and while debuffed they also gain extra speed. Okay, so pretty good modifier there for these guys, but luckily it's Sector 1 so they're not too fast. So I think it shouldn't be too difficult here to get something done. I guess probably lots of options here what you can do for surviving. I just decided here to go with Vader because you know we have this global feat where we have to defeat enemies with Vader and Jedi look. So I thought might as well just start knocking that feat as well out at the same time. You obviously have to have a way to deal with these guys because you know they have 50% counter chance. And you know they can quickly tear you apart, especially if Dash gets out his AoE. Then Elfrish is constantly gaining bonus turn meter, dispelling buffs and things like that. That's why I'm bringing in Piet for you know the mass dispel and daze, and then Thrawn and Gideon for lots of turn meter control. Alright, so here we go. Alright, so Gideon here, as you can see the enemy is very slow, no issue outrunning them. Let's push back turn meter. Gonna take a couple of counter attacks there from L3. That's okay. Let's just go ahead and I guess enter Merciless here. You gotta watch out a little bit for, I guess, for counter attacks, but luckily Force Crush, it's an AoE, cannot be counter attacked. Okay, there we go. Okay, that's fine. Vader taking these hits like a boss. Alright, let's put as well, I think, basic over on Vander. Perfect. I'm going to do another Force Crush here just to get more debuffs on the board, and I'm just going to drop here an AoE with Piet, and he will be dispelling buffs on the light side enemies, which all of these counters luckily for us are. Boom, get him out, so no more revives for the enemy, and there we go, lined up a couple of hits there with Vader towards the global feat. Let's go ahead, fracture our fleet. Even better, take her out. So there you go, so Emperor's Trap there from Piet, really boosting our damage a little bit, that we were able to take these guys out very quickly. Come on, Uror, do it! There we go, perfect, there you go. Quite easy and straightforward there, you know, with Empire to control these guys. Obviously with Vader lead we get turn meter removal as well. So no issues here really, very good team for control. Obviously there are multiple teams that you could do, so just for another suggestion maybe you can go down the Jedi route, depending on you know how your Jedi Empire out. Obviously Jedi Luke Skywalker is great here, he's got that mass stun, but probably even Jedi Revan I think would do well. I just like Luke lead, you know, for Heroes Arise we get Jedi Will going, we reduce the speed of the enemy. And obviously we do need Yoda here in combination. I do have Zealous Ambition disc. Yoda will be hitting very hard. Jedi Revan, he can ignore taunt. We'll just go ahead, mark Vander Chewbacca, get him out, and then not need to worry about much. Obviously also bringing Yoda here for healing. Remember we have the Foresight feat here in Sector 1, in case you haven't knocked it out yet by this battle here, it will help as well. Okay, so here we go, Jedi Revan going first. And just go ahead, take out Vander Chewbacca. Come on, oh, he's quite beefy. Alright, let's use Heroes Arise here, finish him off, get it stun going, and then we'll have to prioritize Dash now because He's got an AoE that probably will take out Uror. There we go. Man, I love Zealous Ambition disc. Here we go. Just keep going. Get him out. Let's swap turn meter with Luke. There we go. Get one blind out for the blind feat as well. Nice. And just a case of taking out Kira, and boom, there we go. So Jedi as well. You know, because of Giant Revan, you just take out Vader Chewbacca out, finish off Dash, and then you are good to go, I think, from there on out. Alright, so up next, we do have this Jawa feat, Utini. We have to do with 3 Jawas. Obviously, if you do have Galactic Legend Reign, that's really a no-brainer, because, you know, she'll be able to keep these guys alive, but even if they die, it doesn't really matter. So I was thinking that, you know, it's only Sector 1, the enemy doesn't seem too fast, too powerful, so I'm pretty sure that Darth Revan and Malak can carry this battle by themselves. I did boost the speed of my Malak just to make sure he goes before my Darth Revan, so he can go ahead, dispel the pre-taunt on L3, and then Darth Revan can just go ahead, spread the fear on these smugglers, and obviously, you know, then whenever they hit Malak as well, they get feared again. So between those two guys, we can keep them under control, and then Malak can drain everybody and things like that, and hopefully even, you know, low gear Jawas will be able to hang in there. But even if they don't, you can still, you know, you will still be credited to defeat. They do not have to survive like Uror does. Anyway, let's go ahead, dispel that print taunt of L3. Go ahead, fear everybody. Let's boost their meter on Jawas here. I'm just going to basic. There everybody's feared, but you know, let's just go after Vader Chewbacca. There we go. Get a taunt up with Nebbit. Just keep going after Chewbacca, I guess. Okay, perfect. They're hitting Malak, so they're getting feared. If they hit Malak, they get feared. If they hit Nebbit, right, then they get thermal detonators on them. So they have to pick their poison. It seems like they like to go prefer going after Malak for some reason. Let's go ahead, knock Dash out. Perfect. Oh no, let's hold on that. Let's hold on. Let's see if we can get more thermal detonators on Kira, and if Jawas can actually do some lifting in this battle. More fear on everybody so they don't get a turn. I'm just gonna do an AoE shock now. Perfect. Dodge. All right. Let's see if we can get a thermal over there. All right, here we go. Boom, there we go. Jawas actually taking down some enemies. Hey, stay off my Nebbit. All right, here we go. Drain air free, and there we go. So it doesn't really matter, to be honest, even if you have extremely low gear Jawas. As long as you got decent here, Revan and Malak, you know, they should be able to carry this battle out for you. I think no issues whatsoever. Alright, so this completes the mini boss battles I have for you today. So these are battles I've done, and let's move on now to the final boss battle. Now Giant Revan, obviously, you know, could be tricky. They can ignore taunt and everything, but first things first, let me show you the disc I have: offensive buff, opportunistic support, Zealous Ambition, and Entrench. So there's the data discs I picked up along the way while making my way all the way through to the end of Sector 1. Giant Revan, you know, quite scary there. So we have to win with Mandalorian surviving. The question is, which Mandalorian, right? We don't know, because in global feed it says Mandalorian, but it's actually Beskar Mandalorian. And yeah, you know, these are like modifier. We're familiar with it. Obviously, it was already in the previous Conquest. You know, nothing really here crazy, to be honest. But anyway, let's just bring up the team now. I had some testing around, and the best team I think I found, if you do have Darth Revan, obviously Darth Revan is an extremely effective there versus Jedi. You know, because whenever Sith Empires take turn, they will dispel Foresight, we can spread fear, shock, so Yoda can't spread buffs and everything. We get Death Mark going, which prevents revives. So hopefully this should be a fairly straightforward match. We'll see how fast the enemy actually is in this battle. Obviously bringing in HK, he's got a lot of anti-Jedi Revan synergies there under you know, Darth Revan lead, and obviously bringing hopefully the right Mandalorian, because we have no idea which Mandalorian CG is talking about. Okay, here we go. I'm just going to actually get a shock over on Grandmaster Yoda first, I think, so he can't spread buffs. There we go, perfect timing. Let's go ahead, spread some fear, and then get more fear out there. I'll just join AoE. Okay, I think I triggered Savior there, I wasn't quite sure. Just get a basic. Getting some counterattacks because of battle meditation. Okay, there we go. Got Revan out. More shock over there. Let's see if we can drain Julie out of here. Okay, there we go. Perfect. Let's just get rid of this debuffs we were getting from the modifier so our guys don't get defeated. Okay, there we go. Perfect. Come on, big hit on Ban. There we go. Okay, Basti got some buffs. She will counter attack, but I think we should be able to take this. Okay, perfect. And boom, down she goes. There you go. Very easy here. Again, Darth Revan coming in clutch versus Jedi Revan here in the final boss battle. He did very well versus Dash. There we go. It is the correct Mandalorian. So this one, it is the OG Mandalorian, not Beskar Mandalorian like for the global feat. Alright, we've got one more feat here for the final boss battle. Win without using any Bounty Hunters. Well, since Darth Revan works so well, I'm just gonna bring Darth Revan back in, check out the OG Mandalorian, and just slot in another here dark side ally, because remember we do have to have these dark side as well teams for the global modifier. Bring in Vader. Hopefully I can line up some kill as well there with him to work towards another global modifier as well. Unfortunately, they're all starting here with tenacity up, so can't get really their damage over time's going. However, Jedi cannot resist Vader's ability block, apart from Jedi Revan, because he's immune to ability block. You won't be able to ability block him, so at least we can go around, do basics, make sure we ability block everybody, do a force crush. Alright, there we go. We got Uror there in the yellow, so now we got death mark on Revan. I think that was Savior. Perfect. Get fear going, more debuffs. I'm just gonna go after Revan first, I think. Let's see if we can get Yoda out. Oh, here comes that Sarlacc modifier, right? Saving Yoda from being defeated by Vader. But anyway, let's get now Revan finally out of here. There we go. Let's just do White Lightning there. Perfect. June AoE. Alright, just down to Jolie, and you know, pretty straightforward battle here, to be honest as well. Darth Revan really carrying here, carrying me through both mini boss and final boss battles in both cases. Very easy and straightforward. Completing now as well all the feats here versus Jedi Revan. Obviously, you know, you can use many teams here. It's only sector 1, so the enemies aren't that threatening, so I'm pretty sure you guys will come up with some great suggestions as well, whether it's on my Discord server or on my comment section what you guys used. I'm just sharing here for the first round of this new Conquest what I've done to get all the feats here completed. Let's see what we got here. Duplicated data discs, no, don't really love those. Evasive technique, I'm not a fan of that one. Well, I mean, perseverance has been nerfed as we know in the past, but I'll just pick it up, I mean, and equip it for now until I get something more useful, because, you know, 3 dot data disc like perseverance, it's not really worth 3 dots anymore after the nerf. Alright guys, hopefully you found this video useful and helpful, just showing you some of the teams that I used here, both versus mini boss, dash team and final boss Jedi Revan, to quite easily knock out all these feats. I'll see you in the sector 2 videos, but until then, have fun, enjoy life, and may the RNG be with you, my friends.